Hi, the Darcy Way here. Welcome back to my channel. I'm happy to be back on and happy to be in the land of the living still. I wanted to come on today to give you an update of my how my school year went and more recommendations for new teachers and veteran teachers. As far as my school year, I guess I'll go on and start with that. I know I'm smiling now because the school year is over, but this school year is over, but not quite because I am doing summer school. So I'm still seeing some of the same students I had during the regular school year. But this school year was very challenging. The main reason why this year I had 4 different lesson plans to complete was nothing nice. I had to plan and prepare for 4 different lessons. Now I only taught 5th and 6th graders, but I had 5th grade math, 5th grade science, 6th grade math, and 6th grade science. So doing lesson plans for all 4 took a lot of time. I had to start on a Saturday. So that's the first piece of advice for if you're tackling more than one lesson plan. My advice would be to split the workload, split it into more than one day. Don't try, like that was one of my mistakes when the school year first started. I thought I can do what I've always did, wait until the Sunday night and get all of my stuff together, just because I already have so many years. I'm not at 20 yet, but I'm knocking on 20. So I've already had so many years in the school system. So I'm like, okay, I kind of know the drill. Also, I've been teaching 5th grade math. I've taught 5th grade math for a number of years and 5th grade science. So it was like, oh, and I've had 6th grade science before as well. So those curricula wasn't new to me. So I'm like, that shouldn't be too bad. But it actually was, because even though you teach those from year to year, you may not teach them exactly the same because you don't teach the same students. So either way, you still have to plan for the students that you have, even though you already know the content. And sometimes you may want to bring in something new, maybe a new manipulative or a new hands-on activity, but your lesson changes from year to year. At least they should. For me, they do. They change. You don't teach things exactly the same every year, so you have to plan for that, and you have to prepare for those as well. So I couldn't just sit down on a Sunday and just say, okay, I'm gonna just plan all this out. And also, what else made the school year more challenging? I had a different principal this year, and every principal want things done their way. So it was different. Her way was different than my last principal, and her way required more work. We had, you have to set up your board every day. You used to doing learning targets, success criteria, but when you're doing it for 4 different lessons, it's a lot. So I had to do learning targets, success criteria, announcements, assessments. All of that had to be placed on my board every day for those 4 different lessons. So I had to find the time to do that, to put it on the board. So the best thing for that was I had to write it out every day. So and the best way to write it out, I found was to as I was doing my lesson plan, since I had to type out my objectives anyway, I just went on and did my learning targets and success criteria each day for well, I had to do that daily because that changes daily. The success criteria and learning targets, majority of the time, changes daily. So that had to be done every day. So I was going home. Dismissal was at 2:50. I was leaving anywhere uh, anywhere between 4:30 and 5:30 in the evening every day, because I had to set up my board. It took time to type everything out. I had to do it that way until I found another way that worked better for me. I wouldn't have to be at school so long in the evening. So that's when I started to split it into 2 different days, and actually started to handwrite everything that went on my board rather than type it. It was just taking up too much time. And this wasn't some principle that just tell you, okay, this is what I want, and she didn't observe or come in and check to see if you had it. She was that type. She was on it about making sure you did what she asked you to do. So yeah, it was a lot, and everybody had to do the same thing. It didn't matter, and not everyone had 4 different reps to do. Only me and one other teacher had it like that. And I don't know if did I mention, because the school was the enrollment was small. We didn't, there wasn't a large enrollment of students, so it just so happened that the 5th and 6th grade teachers ended up with more work and more lessons to plan for than the 7th, 8th grade teachers. So everybody had to do the same thing. It didn't matter whether you had 4 lessons, 2 lessons, or 1 lesson. It didn't matter. So I had to get all of that done. So I didn't quite have the energy to come on and do videos. So even though I wanted to, like I said, I enjoy helping other teachers, and sometimes it's easier to help strangers than what it is to help someone that's close to you. So that was a challenge. Having all the 5th graders together in one section, having all the 6th graders together in one section was also a challenge, because sometimes if you have behavior issues, if 2 students don't get along, in previous years you can switch them. They can take one out of one section and put them in another, and that worked out better for you and them. But we didn't have that choice this year, so we had to plan and prepare for the behavior as well. And that was one intervention we couldn't use, so we had to bring in some other interventions. So yeah, it was a lot. I'm trying to think if there was anything else I want to add in about my challenging year. You will have some years like that where you just have to, what's the word I'm looking for? You have to, I want to say move around, but you have to move some things around. You have to switch it up. Yeah. What worked last year may not work this year. So you have to switch up, and you may have to switch it up more than one time until you find the answer. So moving on to the dress. That's the recommendation I wanted to come on with. I had to update, wanted to go over my school year, and I wanted to do a recommendation, and this one is the dress. I wear a uniform to school, and I find that's the best solution for working a 5 to 9. Or a 9 to 5, excuse me. I mixed it up. I said it's not a 9 to 5. When you're doing, especially when you're a teacher, I find uniforms are just awesome. Our students wear uniforms, and I know they don't like it, but for adults, I find it's the easiest route. You iron out your 5 pairs of uniform pants for the week, and I have my polo shirt here, and you can find these at Walmart, very inexpensive. You can find them at Amazon, not too expensive on there, cheaper at Walmart. So if you can find them there, and for Walmart, they mostly have the George. I like the George brand, if I'm not mistaken. I don't want to lie. I think it's George. That's the brand that I look for when I go in. Usually I see the polo shirts because they also have the pullover, I'm gonna call it, the non-polo shirts. Well, they have those as well, but I prefer, this is a more professional look than just a pullover, you know, for a teacher. So they usually have these around like the summer, like now through August, when the kids return back to school, you'll see them. But I don't, at least not at where I live, I don't see these as much. You see more of the pullover. When it gets to like September, October, I don't see the polo George shirts as often, or I don't see them at all. Maybe you can find them online if that's something that you would like to get into. But I highly recommend wearing a uniform. And I've never had a principal or assistant principal to say anything to me about wearing a uniform. A uniform is, I think they are legal on just about any job or any teaching job anyway. I've taught in 3 different districts, haven't had a problem yet. And I consider myself a walking example, a walking model for students. I wear my lanyard every day. I love having my lanyard around my neck when I take, but I don't have it on now, of course. But I take it off and I put it over my mirror in my car, my rear view mirror. I hang it on that. And once I get out, when I get ready to go in the building in the morning, put it on me. And I have my door key on it. Yeah, we had keys to our classroom doors. So I would have the key on it. Also my whistle, just in case I needed it. And also an ink pen. And so I always had an ink pen on me when I needed one. And what else? My ID. We get I don't know if every school district the teacher has to wear an ID, but we did, and most of them didn't wear it. But I enjoy wearing it because, like I said, I like to be a walking model for the students. I wear a belt, I wear my khakis, and I wear either black, navy blue, different colors, but usually it's black or navy blue. Reason being because I always get a pair of black and navy blue tennis for work as well. And I like to wear black most of the time. That's my color, especially, you know, with me being a little how should I put it, a little thick in the middle, so to kind of have a little illusion, I'll wear darker colors. But and so I wear tennis. And recommendation for tennis, if you're into wearing tennis, New Balance. New Balance comes in different colors, different numbers, so be careful with the numbers because not all of them are comfortable for all day. They're not going to be comfortable all day. So, and also for shoes, Hey Dudes. I love Hey Dudes. Another brand that comes in many different colors, and I love wearing different colors. So that's basically all I have for you today. My school year, it was a rough one, but now it's over. I made it. And uniforms, get into them. They're good. My son helped me. He would iron my pants for the week, iron my shirts for the week. So that was something that I didn't have to do in the morning. And also the shoes, New Balance, find the right number, and Hey Dudes. Now I know I'm giving you recommendations, but if you want to give me, I'll take recommendations as well. If you have any questions for me, or if you like anything I've said in this video, you can leave a comment. I'll read it. I'll even send one back. But I'd like to thank you for your time, and I hope I've helped someone today. And that's the Darcy way.